After not hearing from Wendy Williams in public for more than a year, Regina Shell, Wendy Williams' closest friend, feels that the outspoken celebrity has been driven into quiet. Regina, Wendy's 44-year closest friend who lived with her during the summer of 2022, asks Wendy about her famous acquaintance in her first ever long-form interview. "I want everyone to understand that Wendy is a genuine person, and this isn't just a karma thing," Regina said, referring to the celebrity's past antics while hosting the Wendy Williams show. The celebrity's longtime pal claimed, "Wendy's whole claim to fame is talking, and I don't think she would be this quiet unless she was forced to be quiet." Prior to her public disappearance in May of last year, Wendy was loud in her public criticism of the guardianship she is under, according to a second person close to the celebrity. "There is no way in hell that she would not have responded to that Lifetime documentary, with all her family members appearing in it," according to an insider. "I'm sure Wendy would have had something to say about all of that." In recent years, Lifetime has shown a 4-part series about Wendy's life, delving into her struggles with alcohol, her health and cognitive decline, and the guardianship she has been under since early 2022. Regina, the star's hurt friend, continued to pose a number of urgent queries following the star's last public appearance in May 2023. Why isn't anyone posing that question, and where is Wendy? And why isn't anyone responding to that query? Why are they unable to provide a photo of Wendy, a statement from Wendy, or an actual comment from Wendy? Where is Wendy? Regina made a demand. "My friend and I used to talk 5 times a day, but it has been more than a year since then." Regina clarified that Wendy was residing with the TV presenter at her penthouse apartment in New York City during the summer of 2022, when it became apparent that Wendy was losing her hugely popular daytime talk program due to a variety of health difficulties. "I intermittently resided with Wendy over that summer, from June 2022 until August. I departed, made a quick trip home, returned in September, she left for California in October, and I returned to New York in December. I was with her most of the year," Regina asserted. As Wendy stays somewhere receiving the care she requires, her New York residence was summarily sold at a loss in recent months, according to a statement published by her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, via a public relations Slack in February of this year. In the Lifetime documentary series that aired in late February, Wendy's family stated that they were unaware of the star's whereabouts both during the show and in interviews that followed. At the time, Wanda, Wendy's older sister, said to ones, "The people who love her cannot see her. I think the big question is, how the hell did we get here?" she continued. At the time, Wendy's family asserted that Sabrina Morrissey, her court-appointed guardian, was the only person with unrestricted access to the celebrity and knowledge of her whereabouts. Wanda informed the source, "All I know is that Wendy and her team entered the courtroom in one way, and they left, and the family is completely excluded." Wendy's family expressed their thoughts, which Regina echoed. "I think she should be surrounded by family and friends and people who love and support her, instead of some stranger who has her who knows where." The best friend of the 59-year-old also questioned why, after disappearing from the public eye more than a year ago, Wendy, with whom she communicated on a daily basis, hasn't called her. "She's somewhere that she can't reach a phone because Wendy can always get to a phone, because if she could get to a phone, she'd be calling me." In the docuseries and later interviews, Wendy's sister Wanda revealed that although the celebrity would sometimes phone her, she was unable to call Wendy directly since she lacked Wendy's number. Regina thinks even more. What's the ultimate goal? When her money is gone, how does this end? How far away is she? There's something evil about it. What bothers me is that something about it simply doesn't seem quite right. There's no sign of her beyond a statement that was made which doesn't sound like her at all. And why hasn't a medical team come forward to talk about her dementia diagnosis? Following the documentary, Regina made a brief appearance on News Nation to discuss her observations made while living with Wendy in 2022. During the conversation, Regina became aggressive with The Guardian. "During my summer stay in New York with Wendy, I observed when she would call," Regina said to Chris Cuomo of News Nation, that she was unable to access her money. So every time she had to do anything that she had to pay for, she had to go through The Guardian. Regina claimed that Sabrina, The Guardian, took hours to bring Wendy food. She continued by saying that Sabrina would take Wendy's early morning breakfast orders, but occasionally the food wouldn't arrive for several hours. Regina said, so Wendy wouldn't have any food. Evidently, things became so terrible that Regina decided to take matters into her own hands and sent Wendy the materials she needed. "When I went back to Los Angeles, I would have to send her food from Los Angeles to New York from a delivery service, because she wasn't getting, the communication wasn't there," the companion explained, "and this Guardian was the only source of money available to her." Similar accusations regarding the Guardian's purported incapacity to feed Wendy were made by Regina during her interview with the U.S. Sun. The closest friend stated that the Guardian was also careless with the food orders for Wendy's cats, so she claimed to have a Chewy account as well. "Regina is now curious about the whereabouts of My Way and Chit Chat, the stars that adored cats." The celebrity was unable to access her bank accounts at the beginning of 2022 when Wendy's bank, Wells Fargo, filed a petition to hold a guardianship hearing for her. Wendy's lawyer at the time asserted that the talk show host's funds had been at Wells Fargo for several $million, and that she had been refused access to them for weeks. Wendy's previous financial advisor informed the bank that Wendy was of unsound mind, according to the star's attorney in the petition, and as a result, Wells Fargo had refused to grant her access to her accounts and statements. The bank responded by citing its right to pause or reject instructions for a proposed transaction, pending judicial or administrative remedies, should they suspect financial exploitation, dementia, or undue influence. Subsequently, the bank requested a guardianship for Wendy from the court. Wendy was placed under the care of attorney Sabrina Morrissey, who was originally made public exclusively by the U.S. Sun. 2 years later, Wendy's family, which includes her sister Wanda, brother Tommy, and niece, has stated that they have no idea where the celebrity is and that all they know is that she is in a rehab center, according to People. The family claims that they are unable to contact Wendy, that she can only contact them, and that Sabrina, Wendy's court-appointed guardian, is the only person who is aware of her whereabouts.